Have you ever felt like you're constantly doing things for others, always saying yes, always being available, but instead of earning their respect, you just feel taken for granted? It's a frustrating place to be. You think you're being nice, being helpful, but somehow it backfires. What if I told you there's a counterintuitive rule that can completely flip this dynamic? A simple shift in your behavior that makes people not just like you, but instantly respect you. And it all starts with one of the most powerful and most difficult words in the dictionary: no. Let me tell you about my friend Alex. Alex is one of the kindest people I know. If you needed a ride to the airport at 4 a.m., Alex was your person. If you needed help moving a heavy couch on a Saturday, Alex would be there. At work, Alex was the go-to for taking on extra tasks, covering shifts, and helping colleagues meet their deadlines. Alex was, by all accounts, the ultimate team player, the dependable friend, the person everyone could count on. But here's the strange part: Alex wasn't respected. People liked Alex, sure, but they didn't value Alex's time. They expected the favors. They got annoyed if, on the rare occasion, Alex couldn't help. The invitations to social events were often last minute, as if Alex was an afterthought. The promotions at work, they went to others who were seen as leaders, not just helpers. Alex was burning out, feeling resentful and invisible. One day, we were talking, and Alex said something that hit me hard. I feel like a vending machine. People just push a button, get what they want, and walk away. That's when we started talking about the power of no. The counterintuitive rule is this: to gain respect, you must be willing to disappoint people. Not in a mean or malicious way, but by setting and enforcing healthy boundaries. This sounds completely backward, right? Our social instincts tell us that being agreeable and helpful is the way to get people to like and respect us. We're taught from a young age to share, to cooperate, to be nice. And while those are good qualities, they become a weakness when they're not balanced with self-respect. When you say yes to everything, you're implicitly sending a message: my time, my energy, and my needs are less important than yours. People, even with the best intentions, will internalize that message and treat you accordingly. They won't see your constant availability as kindness. They'll see it as your standard function. You're not a person with your own priorities. You're a resource. So, how does saying no change this? When you say no, thoughtfully and respectfully, you're communicating a few powerful things. First, you're showing that you value your own time and energy. This is crucial. People can't value your time if you don't value it first. By saying, "I'm sorry, I can't help with that project right now. I'm at capacity," you're not being rude. You're being honest and professional. You're stating that your existing commitments are important. Second, you're demonstrating that your yes is meaningful. Think about it. If someone says yes to every single request, their yes loses its value. It's expected. It's cheap. But if someone is selective with their commitments, when they do say yes to you, it feels significant. It means they've genuinely chosen to prioritize your request. Their help feels like a deliberate, valuable gift, not an automatic response. This makes people appreciate your contributions far more. Third, saying no establishes you as an equal, not a subordinate. It moves you from the role of a people-pleaser to the role of a strategic partner. In any relationship, personal or professional, respect is built on a foundation of equality. When you have the confidence to decline a request that doesn't align with your priorities, you are asserting your position as an individual with your own agency and your own agenda. People inherently respect those who respect themselves. Let's go back to Alex. The change didn't happen overnight. It was incredibly uncomfortable at first. The first time a coworker asked Alex to stay late to help with a non-urgent task, Alex's heart started pounding. The old habit was to just say, "Sure, no problem." Instead, Alex took a deep breath and said, "I'd love to help, but I have a prior commitment this evening. I can take a look at it with you first thing in the morning." The coworker was a little surprised, but just said, "Okay, sounds good." That was it. The world didn't end. There was no argument. It was a simple, respectful boundary. Slowly, Alex started applying this everywhere. When a friend asked for a last-minute favor that would derail Alex's entire weekend, the answer was, "I can't this weekend, but let's plan something for next week." When the boss tried to pile on a new project on top of an already impossible workload, Alex scheduled a meeting to discuss priorities, saying, "I want to give all these projects the attention they deserve. Can we review my current tasks and decide what should be the top priority, as I don't have the bandwidth to do them all at once?" This wasn't a no to the work. It was a yes to doing the work well, which is something any good manager respects. The results were astonishing. Within a few months, the dynamic had completely shifted. Colleagues started coming to Alex for strategic advice, not just for help with grunt work. Friends started planning things with Alex in advance, valuing the time they got to spend together. The last-minute, demanding requests dwindled. Why? Because Alex had retrained everyone on how to interact. Alex had set the terms of engagement. The respect that Alex had been chasing by saying yes was finally found by having the courage to say no. 6 months later, Alex was leading a new important project at work. The promotion finally came, not because Alex worked harder, but because Alex worked smarter and was perceived as a leader who could manage priorities, including their own. So, how can you apply this in your own life? Let's break it down into a practical guide. First, you need to do a self-assessment. Understand your own limits. How much social energy do you have? How much time do you realistically have outside of your core responsibilities? You can't set boundaries if you don't know where they are. Don't wait until you're completely burned out to realize you've taken on too much. Next, let's talk about what to do and what not to do. Don't just say a blunt no. This can come across as aggressive or unhelpful. Do use what I call the positive no. This is a 3-step process. Step 1 is your yes. This is where you affirm the other person's request or the underlying relationship. It shows you're on their side. It could be something like, "I really appreciate you thinking of me for this," or "That sounds like a really important project." Step 2 is your no. This is a clear, simple statement of your boundary. Avoid long, rambling excuses. Don't over-explain. A simple, "I'm not able to take that on right now," or "My schedule is fully committed this week," is enough. Giving too many details can make it sound like you remaking things up and opens the door for negotiation. You don't owe anyone a detailed report of your personal life. "I have a prior commitment" is a complete sentence. That commitment might be with your family, with your gym, or with your couch and a good book. It's your time. Step 3 is the yes. This is where you propose an alternative if you want to. This shows you're still a team player and you want to be helpful, just on terms that work for you. It could be, I can't help you this afternoon, but I have 30 minutes free tomorrow morning. Or, I don't have the expertise for that, but I know Sarah is great with that software. Maybe she can help. This final yes softens the no and leaves the interaction on a positive, constructive note. Let's try an example. Your boss asks you to take on a new project on a Friday at 4 p.m. and it's due Monday. Your old self might sigh and say yes, ruining your weekend. Your new self uses the positive no. Step 1. Yes. Thanks for trusting me with this new project. I can see it's a high priority. Step 2. No. Unfortunately, I don't have the capacity to complete it by Monday, as I have existing deadlines and personal commitments this weekend. Step 3. Yes. What I can do is rearrange my schedule on Monday to make this my top priority first thing. Or, if it's urgent, perhaps we can delegate a few of my other tasks so I can focus on this. See the difference? You're not being difficult. You're being a strategic problem solver. You are protecting your time while also showing commitment to the company's goals. This is leadership. This is what earns respect. Handling the pushback is the next crucial skill. Some people, especially those accustomed to your constant yes, might not react well at first. They might act surprised, disappointed, or even try to guilt you. Oh, but I was really counting on you. Or, it'll only take a little while. Stand firm. Don't get drawn into an argument. You can simply and calmly repeat your boundary. I understand, and I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I'm unable to change my plans. Use a calm, neutral tone. Remember, their reaction is about their own needs, not a reflection of your worth. As you consistently enforce your boundaries, people will learn that you're no, and they will adapt. The most important lesson here is that setting boundaries isn't selfish. It's essential for self-preservation and for building healthy, respectful relationships. You can't pour from an empty cup. If you're constantly drained and resentful, you can't be a good friend, partner, or employee. By protecting your time and energy, you ensure that when you do give, you're giving your best, most engaged self. People will feel that difference. They will feel the power and value in your yes, and they will respect you for it. So, your challenge is to start small. Find one small, low-stakes opportunity this week to say a polite, respectful no. Maybe it's declining to go to a social event you're not excited about. Maybe it's telling a family member you can't talk on the phone right now but will call them back later. Practice the positive no formula. Affirm, state your boundary, and offer an alternative if you wish. Pay attention to how it feels. It will be uncomfortable at first, but with practice, it will become your superpower. It is the counterintuitive secret to moving from being the person everyone uses to the person everyone respects. Thank you so much for watching. If this video resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content on building a stronger, more confident you. I'd love to hear about your experiences with setting boundaries in the comments below. Let's learn from each other. See you in the next video.